Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. Hope all of you are doing well. This is a video session on daily news and editorial analysis dated 12th of January. Through this video session, I'll be discussing the important news and editorial both from the Hindu and Indian Express. The analysis of the particular news and editorial will cater the aspect of civil services examination, state public service commission examination, and various one-day examination conducted across the country. So the content is relevant from the examination perspective to help you with the maximum part of the questions that you are attempting and even to get the clarity on a given topic. So let's get started. First, I'll give you the highlights of the news, then we'll proceed with the in-depth analysis of the news one by one. So starting with the news highlights of the day. The first important news is about the cervical cancer vaccine that government is finally planning to roll out. We'll see the detail. It will have a lot of benefit to the specific target community. Second important news talks about the longest sea bridge that is going to be inaugurated by today, the Prime Minister. Something very important that will connect Mumbai and Navi Mumbai. We'll see the detail to that as well. Third important news talks about the Swachh Sarvekshan 2023, where Gujarat and Indore has been declared as the top cleanest city in the country. We'll see the detail and other part of the cantonment bond, the cities around Ganga's rivers, all of the details that is relevant for you. The second last important news talks about the preparation for the upcoming parliamentary election, poll which is coming due. So Election Commission is taking efforts where they are actually making some possible arrangement, ensuring with the part of meetings and other stuff, so that the part of election process goes spotless, and even there's no part of things that error up there. So this is kind of a preparatory meeting that Election Commission is conducting. And we'll conclude this session with an editorial that talks about India, Bangladesh. Specifically, this talks about Bangladesh one-party states and Indian options. We'll see the detail to them and understand the relevance from India's and Bangladesh relations perspective. So let's get started with the in-depth analysis of the news one by one. And starting the session with the first news of the day, that is Center planning to roll out human papillomavirus vaccination drive, something very important, specifically for a country like India where we have good number of population infected with the HPV. So this is human papillomavirus, just something the severity is even known to us. We'll see the detail about that as well. So human papillomavirus की vaccination roll out करने की बात की है central government ने. They'll be launching the entire campaign specifically for girls, which is aged between 9 to 40, right? So disease like cervical cancer is the second most prevalent cancer in Indian women. We'll see the detail and understand about the human papillomavirus as well. So first and foremost about the Ceravac vaccine, which is developed in India by the Serum Institute of India and the collaborations. So Ceravac is India's first indigenous quadrilateral human papillomavirus that is said to be effective for various type of virus strain. The type of virus strain include type 6, type 11, type 16 and type 14. So these are the four broad type of strain that is available, and this will be effective on all these four strains. It is developed by the Pune-based Serum Institute of India with the collaborations of Government of India Department of Biotechnology. Now, Ceravac is based on the VLP. This is something very important. It's like virus-like particle, relevant for prelims examination, similar to that of hepatitis B vaccine, right? The vaccine has received the Drug Controller General of India's approval and has been given the government advisory panel by the NDAGI in the public health program. So something very important, even government was actually planning to come up with such vaccine which will specifically cater the women age, in general, and specifically ensuring that the number of cases which is there in India, specifically regard to HPV, can be drastically reduced. Now, immunizations drive की अगर बात करें, the drive is planned in 3 phases. So it will be like something that will be starting from the second of quarter this year. According to the sources, government will begin with the part of stocking of 6.5 to 7 crore of doses in the initial phase. Currently, the 2-dose human papilloma vaccine is commercially available for 2,000 rupees. So 2K is the price that you pay for per dose. So per dose, this is what the price is. If it is included in the immunization program, it will definitely become free for all of the individual, the concerned people taking the immunization. The immunization drive will conduct through the school in the existing vaccination process where it was earlier taking. आपने COVID-19 के टाइम में भी देखा होगा स्कूल जैसे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स को यूज की गई थी. The same will go on for the immunizations drive, right? Now, if you look at the part of the cancer which is there in India, precisely looking at the detail and comparison with the cervical cancer, HB की अगर बात करें, it can be infected and prevented. Girls and boys can get the human papillomavirus. It is not only that only the female are susceptible to this virus, male can also be prone to that. So the vaccine has 2 doses, 6 months apart, 3 doses for older individual. It has to be proven to be safe and effective. राइट सर्वाइकल कैंसर की एस्टिमेट बात करें 2009 के एस्टिमेट के मुताबिक 190 पीपल वेयर डायग्नोस्ड विद सर्वाइकल कैंसर 45 पीपल वेयर डाई बिकॉज ऑफ दिस और ये सिवियरिटी है यू कैन चेक द डिटेल्स यू कैन पॉज दिस वीडियो एंड रीड द फर्दर डिटेल्स फ्रॉम हियर Now, what will be the significance of rolling out of such vaccines? अगर बात करें cervical cancer की, it is something very important which will call for protections of the HPV strain, जो human papilloma virus की strain है. मैंने आपको 4 type की strains बताई हैं, उन categories से बचाने का मौका मिलेगा. And even the cancer which is there for the specific region of the body, which include anus, vagina, and oropharynx. Additionally, it will protect the part of HB strain that is responsible for the genital growth as well. So these are the major significance, specifically catering the part of the Indian population. Globally भी cases report किए गए हैं, but India जैसे country के लिए अभी काफी जरूरी है that we should have a vaccination drive. Now, about the cervical cancer in the country. So, India account for fifth of the world cervical cancer. 1.2 lakh new cases report किए गए हैं, जिसमें 75,000 death report किए. 83% of the total invasive cases are with regard to cervical cancer, and nearly 8 crore children, which is 8 between 9 to 14. So, this is the specifically bracket upon which the vaccination drive will be there in the country. Now, will divided with 3 years, there will be at least 2.6 crore children eligible for the first year. So the number of the candidate will definitely grow as per the time increases. Now, moving ahead with other news, that is India's longest bridge. The Prime Minister will inaugurate Atal Bihari Vajpayee Sivari Naha Siva Atal Setu in Maharashtra. Something very important, which will connect Mumbai to Navi Mumbai in a span of 20 minutes. Earlier, it was taking more than 1 hour, right? Now, this time will be drastically reduced. Now, Atal Setu की अगर बात करें, this is 21.8 kilometer long range bridge, which is having 16.5 length over the sea, and the rest is on the land. So 15.5 will be there on land, but majority will be there in the sea. And this will create a beautiful scenic view for the commuters that will be traveling. The bridge originate in the Sivari in Mumbai and end at Navha Shiva in Taluka Raigarh district. So it will be basically reaching out near to Navi Mumbai region. The Prime Minister has said that the foundation stone of the bridge will be there in December. It was there actually in December 2016. It took a good number of years to complete the project. And even the 12th longest sea bridge in the world. This is again a factual information relevant for various examinations. Atal Setu has been constructed with a total cost of 17,840 crore rupees. Now, there's some map which will help you to understand and get that more clarity on this particular part. So you can see it is coming from the Sivari region and reaching out to the part of Raigarh district, specifically the part of the region. और ये कुछ और external details हैं about the funding, how it will help the 6-lane, so basically 6-lane highway that is created, the bridge, the MTHLC bridge which is there. Now, what is the significance? If you look at the significant part, definitely it will boost the economical development of the Navi Mumbai and the other region. It will also have a short distance, जो कि पहले 2 hours तक की होती थी. Earlier it took, including the traffic, it took 2 hours. Now this will be reduced to just 20 minutes. The construction of the Atal Setu, formerly known as Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link, is in link with the government visions to ease the mobility, right? And even it will provide a faster connectivity to Mumbai Airport and even to the Navi Mumbai International Airport. It will also reduce the time from Mumbai to Pune, Goa, and other southern India. It will also improve the connectivity for Mumbai Port and Jawaharlal Nehru Port. So JN Port, which is there, will also be more accessible using the access to this particular rate and the bridge, which is the newly constructed bridge. Now, the other news is about the Swachha Sarvekshan Award 2023, something very important, where again the city of Indore has been recommended. It's 7 times in a row. So President of India has conferred the Swachha Sarvekshan Award, which was co-hosted by the Ministry of Urban Affairs. Now, this is important. You should know about the particular ministry which is concerned. There are different ministries for rural India, other for urban area. So I'll tell you the details क्या difference है कौन से particular area में rural और urban area में कौन कौन से ministries concerned. So this survection where actually the city of Indore and Surat. So these two cities has won a joint award in the cleanliness, and Maharashtra has bagged a top spot in terms of state. When it comes to state, Maharashtra has been in the top spot. Now there was seventh year in the row where Indore was named as the cleanest city in the सर्वेक्षण. पिछले 7 सालों से continuously Indore has become a city with the cleanest city in the country. Surat, which has been the second phase, has continued for past 3 years. 2 साल पिछले 3 सालों से Surat contender थी, but now it has become a top ranker as well. Now the theme for the cleanliness survey, waste to wealth, was there, and for 2024 it is to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Themes are sometimes also important for examination, so make sure you take the part of theme as well. Now about survey, this survey is something which call for accessing the rural and urban areas level of cleanliness. किस तरह की cleanliness रखी गई है, कितनी implementation से, कितनी timely implementation है स्वच्छता मिशन की, उसके बारे में this is all survey about. The objective of the survey is to encourage large scale citizen to create awareness among the society and even to promote making towns and better city to live in. The Ministry of Urban Development with up to Swachh Sarvekshan in urban area. This is again very important. अर्बन एरिया में मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ जो खास करके अर्बन डेवलपमेंट है वो करती है, और रूरल एरिया के लिए मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ड्रिंकिंग एंड सैनिटेशन. सो दिस इज टू डिफरेंस दैट यू हैव टू टेक अ नोट ऑफ. और क्वालिटी काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया, दैट इज QCI, actually been commissioned is responsible for carrying out the assessment. So this take out with the quality check to ensure that every parameters that has been checked has been correctly matched. Now cleanest cities की अगर बात करें, these are the list of the city that has been there. So the top list of the cleanest city, 10 other cities की बात करें apart from Indore and Surat, we have Visakhapatnam, Bhopal, Vijayawada, New Delhi, Tirupati, Greater Hyderabad and Pune. So these cities has been named as the cleanest city. State wise अगर बात करें, state wise Maharashtra has come first, followed by Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Odisha rank 4. उसके अलावा तेलंगाना, आंध्र प्रदेश, पंजाब, गुजरात, उत्तर प्रदेश, तमिलनाडु, सिक्किम, कर्नाटका, गोवा, Haryana and Bihar has been named as the cities. Now in terms of category for the population less than 1 lakh, this is Sasur, Lonavala in Maharashtra and Patan in Chhattisgarh has secured the top ranking. If you to sum up the entire details, then this is what you can check out. आपको top 5 पता होने चाहिए and this would be relevant from examination point of view. Indore first, second Surat, third Navi Mumbai, Greater Visakhapatnam and Bhopal. And in states, Maharashtra, MP, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Telangana. So these are the top 5 and these are the top cities. Now cantonment board, Ganga town और sanitation work पे भी rating की गई है. For cantonment board, we have Mao cantonment board in Madhya Pradesh, which is the cleanest cantonment board. Then we have Ganga town, Varanasi and Prayagraj has been as a top 2 awardees for the Ganga's town. For sanitation work में Chandigarh has won the award for the best city, safest city in terms of sanitation workers. Now moving ahead, Election Commission reviewed the preparation for the Lok Sabha election, which is due this year only. So with few weeks left to remain and even come up with the part of commencement of the elections date, because once the election date is announced, India will be the complete political party will be under the ambit of the model code of conduct. तो मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट लगने से पहले कुछ ही दिन बचे हुए हैं. इलेक्शन कमीशन इज एक्चुअली coming up with the part of preparation strategy, how the preparation is there to access the part of preparation and even to ensure that everything is put in place. तो इलेक्शन कमीशन ने कहा है कि spotless, errorless the election should be conducted in the country. Now this is what the spotless election was the main highlight of this particular discussion or in the part of meeting that took place. The election commissioner has said that there is a solid set of preparation which is put in place. 2-day conference की गई है जहाँ कुछ important issues पे discussion हुई है. The issues include the thematic discussions on the election planning, expenditure monitoring, electoral rolls, IT applications, data management, and even electronic voting machines, that is EVM. So this is how the entire process has actually worked, and I mean that will be working out, and these are the broader area upon which election commission is focusing. Now there was similar exercise which also took place earlier. इस तरह की exercise हुई थी जहाँ election commissioners and different electoral officers were there at Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy for Administration, that is Labasna, Mussoorie, where the IAS aspirant are actually given all the training और foundations training के लिए सभी services को लोग को वहाँ बुलाया जाता है. So this was where five regional conferences in Chandigarh, Ahmedabad, Guwahati, Chennai, Lucknow took place last week also. So the process, the part of the entire process has started, but it is about to take the formal pace. The election commission is making all its the part of preparations. Now, moving ahead with the editorial for the day that talks about Bangladesh as one party state and India as option. Recently, we have seen Sheikh Hasina to be the prime minister. The recent victory of her, which make her more inclined towards India, and India has even praised the part of the election process and even congratulated for continuing her term. So what we'll be looking at this article, we'll see the background, we'll see the issues of irregularities, which was actually evident on the part of elections process recently concluded in Bangladesh, and even the regional influence and conclusion to the extent. So, along with China, Russia, they have congratulated Bangladesh Prime Minister for her re-election despite the absence of the main opposition coalitions, because it was said that there was no major opposition that has reached out to the level. And even the functioning democracy, they have faced criticism for double standards, supporting the autocracy abroad, upholding the democracy at the home. So it says that if a country which is democratic in nature should always appreciate with the part where the democratic institutions are aligned, right? So India and Bangladesh has maintained a strong bilateral relations, addressing the security, connectivity, and it is important to note that Bangladesh cannot become a one-party state and solely rely on India's support. So definitely there are different dimension of every country. They have their own indigenous issues. There are some local issues that has to be addressed. Only supporting India and providing a line of credit will not provide sufficient ground to ensure that Bangladesh is working with a full pace, right? Now, issues of irregularities की अगर बात करें, India has a controversial government. I mean, the part of the support backed by the questionable elections, causing concern for the global image as a major player. Now, if you look at the regularity which is there, this was also evident from the opposition's parties as well. So, India has sent an anti-sentiment in Bangladesh, particularly for the youth who is actually comprising of 60% of the populations, right? And it is unhappy to the perceive that corruptions, economic mismanagement, rising prices, and even the part of Sheikh Hasina government, the recent incumbent government, has also been for a decade, and there is substantially economic growth which has been witnessed. So there's the part of prospects, the growth, the overall development, the corruptions is on a higher side, right? So corruptions भी बढ़े हैं, unemployment के numbers भी बढ़े हैं, and there's no substantial economic progress where people are actually happy with that. But again, the government has won the election ultimately. India faced challenging tasks where defending Bangladesh elections, strategic partner like United Kingdom, European Union, and even for the European countries, Asian allies have criticized the electoral process. But India, as a part, as a supporting to that, have praised the part of the recent government and the entire process. So this is a question कि ऐसे गवर्नमेंट को प्रेस करना जहाँ पे जिसकी पूरी ओवरऑल जो विनिंग सिचुएशन है एक सस्पिशियस है, क्या इंडिया किसी मैल प्रैक्टिसेस को भी सपोर्ट करता है? दिस इज अ बिगर क्वेश्चन. Now, India's regional influence, India's diplomatic tension and Western allies in Bangladesh pose a significant challenge, specifically when close to the crucial counterbalance China. The loss and influence in Bangladesh following the border trend in Nepal, Maldives has raised concern about effectiveness of India's neighborhood first policy. And even to conclude, the India should actually consider the exclusion of Reliance from the Amavi League, which is a party which has won the elections, and specifically the genuine secular part of the platform in gender, minority, labor, and youth space should be taken into consideration. Political alternatives होते हैं because more diverse political landscape is always there. We have oppositions, we have a party winning with a majority of the votes. So there are in a democratic setup you have here and there changes, right? Choosing different approach could also repeat the problem which was there in 2001 back then. जो ट्राइंग टू बी फ्रेंड विद बीजेपी जमात कोलिशन, उसके बाद काफ़ी हद तक प्रॉब्लम तो हुई थी इस चीज़ को लेकर के. देयर इज लाइक इफ यू वांट यू कैन इवन गूगल द पार्ट ऑफ द इंसिडेंट दैट टुक प्लेस, and it caused more Islamist radicalism which affected India to a larger extent. So India should always maintain a bilateral diplomatic relationship with the immediate neighbor and even to not get into the local issues which definitely we are not actually concerned with. As a part of the Panchashili initiatives, even we have to adhere and respect the part of local issues which is there for a specific country. Now moving ahead with the answers and discussion for the yesterday questions. The first question, the correct option is B. Do check out what you have marked as a correct option. यहाँ पे statement 1 और statement 2 दोनों correct हैं. So you have to check what you have marked as a correct option. For second question, the correct option is C. That means the option 1 and option 2 both are correct. This was specifically regarding the REC Limited recently, which was there in the news. Moving ahead with the 2 days MCQ questions for the day. The first question is about the Henley Passport Index. You have to consider the following statement. The international airport provide exclusive statics for it. The international can visit more than 10 countries without visa, and Afghanistan has been ranked last on the list. So check out for the correct option. What is correct? To participate in the question answer, you have to simply write question number 1 followed by your correct option, and you can drop down your answer in the comment section down below. For the second question of the day is about the fish disease app. So this is the National Informatics Center Pune is responsible for the development. It incorporates geotagging technology, provide fish farming and even platform to the report disease. So if you know the correct answer, and if not, you can come to a logical conclusion by simply writing question number 2 followed by your correct option, and you can drop down your answer in the comment section down below. Do participate, write your answer in the comment section box. So this was all about for the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, queries about test series, admissions, programs, you can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being stay connected.